The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Watch it now, Barney! Set! Green!
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now back to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge, getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
Looking to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Gun. They'll look to throw. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Carr to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. And some room to roam now. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Cooper's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Shipped together here from the D-line. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, will step aside. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room to the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. On play action, they'll throw. And that's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On second down, here's Carr. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw his car. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
That's a big league run. Takes them down inside the 5-yard line, and momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will get you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Keith Marshall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
You know, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's Njoku over the middle. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
On the return, here's Dree Archer. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Carr going to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
On is the punter King to send it away. That's taken on the 25. Unable to corral him. He fights through. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Palmer. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. First down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And this one's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Try it again on second down. And that'll be incomplete.
For plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Play clock winding down. So that'll back him up 5. Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right and got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. Well, it can be a thankless job sometimes, but they'll be thanking their kicker here. That's now 4 field goals for him. He's kept them in the game.
He sure has, but this offense is going to need to find its rhythm because it's going to take more than field goals to win this football game.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Marshall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is knocked down from the side at the 36. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. To throw on third down. Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Marshall, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Second down following the run. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him. They tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And now it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Carr to throw, and he fires one incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
On 3rd down, Carr. He hits White, complete. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider 1st. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away, offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. And now here's a carry heading left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday, they go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. Second down following the incompletion. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jordan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 52 yards.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Andy Dalton, 2 touchdown passes in the W. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. A road